Everyone, between the woman I love and the family I cannot abandon. Someone brought this matter to my attention, and I want you to help me advise the person. Please listen carefully before you give your opinion in the comment section. My family doesn't like my spouse. Who should I choose? Should I choose my family or I should choose my spouse? This is story between the woman I love and the family I cannot abandon. Let me tell you a story that was brought to my attention. The names have been changed because I don't want anybody to think I'm talking about a particular family. A young Nigerian man, I will call him Daniel, met a woman called Amaka during his university days. Daniel was from a fairly conservative family. His parents were Christians, very respected in their community, and they had always had a strong influence over their children. Amaka was different. She was outspoken. She was independent. She had a good job, paid her bills, and was not the type of woman who would simply agree with everything a man said because he was a man. Daniel loved that about her. For almost 4 years, they dated. Eventually, Daniel told his parents that he wanted to marry Amaka. That was when the problem started. His mother immediately said, "No, this girl is not for you." Daniel was shocked. Why? His mother couldn't give him one clear reason. She said Amaka was too independent. She said she didn't like the way Amaka talked. She said Amaka didn't behave like the women they were used to in their family. His father was more diplomatic. He told Daniel, "We are not saying you cannot marry her, we are simply warning you." Daniel asked what exactly they were warning him about. His father replied, "A man should listen to his parents. We have seen things you haven't seen." That sentence confused Daniel because Amaka had never disrespected his parents. She had visited them. She had brought gifts. She had greeted them respectfully. She had even helped Daniel's mother when she was sick. So Daniel asked his mother directly, "What has she done to you?" His mother said, "Nothing serious, but I don't have peace about her." And that became the family argument. Daniel was now caught between the woman he loved and the people who raised him. His siblings also became involved. One of his older sisters told him, "If you marry this woman, don't expect us to support you when things go wrong." Another said, "You are still young. Don't be blinded by love." But Daniel believed they were judging Amaka unfairly. Then something happened. Amaka became pregnant. Daniel decided that this was the time to make a decision. He proposed. Amaka accepted. But Daniel's mother refused to attend the introduction ceremony. That broke him. He went to his mother and begged her, "Mommy, this is my life." His mother replied, "And we are your family." Daniel said, "But I cannot live my life based on everybody else's opinion." His mother became emotional. She told him, "One day, when this marriage becomes difficult, don't come back and say we didn't warn you." Eventually, the marriage took place. Daniel expected that marriage would solve the problem. It didn't. His mother rarely visited. When she did visit, she complained. If Amaka cooked rice, she would say, "In our house, we cook it differently." If Amaka bought furniture, she would say, "My son, you are allowing your wife to control you." If Daniel bought his wife a car, his siblings accused Amaka of taking over his money. The couple began fighting, not because they didn't love each other, but because Daniel started carrying his family's opinions into his marriage. One evening, Amaka told him, Daniel, I married you, not your family. Daniel replied, and I cannot abandon my family because I married you. That sentence changed everything. They began fighting over his mother, then over his sisters, then over money, then over family visits. Eventually, Amaka told Daniel, I don't want you to choose. I don't want you to choose between me and your family. I want you to learn how to put boundaries around our marriage. Daniel didn't understand what she meant until one day his father called him. His father said, your wife is becoming disrespectful. You need to put her in her place. Daniel became angry, but this time, instead of immediately taking his father's side, he went home and asked Amaka what exactly happened. For the first time, he listened to his wife before reacting, and he discovered something. Amaka had not insulted his father. She had simply refused to give his parents access to their private financial information. Daniel's father believed that because he was Daniel's father, he had the right to know how much his son earned and how much his wife earned. Amaka disagreed. Daniel finally understood the real problem. His family wasn't necessarily trying to destroy his marriage, but they had never accepted that he was now an adult, building his own household. And he had never learned how to establish boundaries. He eventually called a family meeting. He told his parents, I will always be your son. That will never change. But I am now also a husband. My marriage needs privacy and protection. His mother cried. She accused him of abandoning her, but Daniel stood his ground respectfully. Years later, his relationship with his family improved. Not because everybody suddenly agreed, but because everybody finally understood where the boundaries were. Now, here is my question to you. When your family strongly opposes the person you want to marry, who should you choose? Should you obey your parents because they have more life experience? Should you follow your heart because you are the person who will live in the marriage? Or is there a third opinion? Listen to your family, investigate their concerns, but ultimately take responsibility for your own decision. But but because your parents will advise you, your friends will advise you, your pastor will advise you, your siblings will advise you, but you are the one who will live inside the marriage every day. Question for my audience now. If your entire family rejects the man or woman you want to marry, but you genuinely believe the person is good, what will you do? Now, I don't want you to simply agree with me. I want to hear from you. If you were in this person's position, what will you do? Let me have your comment in the your own idea or your own view in the comment section below. And please subscribe to this channel, follow me for more. And if you have your own stories you want me to share like this, send it in and I will share it like this. One love. This is the Families and Relationship YouTube channel brought to you by Dr. Adititun. See you in the next one. Bye bye.